You paid for this. You drove under it. You passed it on your way to work. You did not board it. But you paid for it anyway. 4,000 years. Same architecture. Different material. Same price. 45 kilometers east of Cairo, a province of desert. A multi-billion-dollar administrative center built where nothing existed. Officially designated, historically branded, connected to the historic core by an elevated rail system. It commenced operations May 6, 2026. Your taxes built this. Your currency devaluation funded this. Your electric bill increased to finance this. The system extracted from your paycheck to fund the spectacle. And the spectacle does not stop for you. A fare of 80 Egyptian pounds moves bureaucrats into a gated desert province. A fare of 20 moves you 5 stations through the crumbling city where you actually live. This is not inefficiency. This is not incompetence. This is a choice. The choice is being made with your money.
It is a billboard engineered in reinforced concrete, suspended, insulated, untouchable, paid for by you. You know what the problem is. Inflation, currency, debt, being underemployed, collapsing infrastructure. You live inside it. You know the money for the spectacle came from somewhere. It came from you. And you tell yourself you had no choice. This is the logic they installed. What choice do we have? The system requires this. It is necessary for stability. It is necessary for investment. It is necessary for foreign confidence. The system did not force you to accept this. It gave you no alternative. That is not the same thing. Not having an alternative is the mechanism itself. You participate because participation is survival. You work the job that deducts the taxes. You ride the metro because the monorail is impossible. You accept the inflation because the alternative is collapse. Your compliance is not resignation. It is the mechanism.
And the system that extracts from you relies on you not seeing it as extraction. It relies on you seeing it as necessity. That distinction is everything. You have read the articles. You understand the problem better than most. You can name it: Potemkin architecture, speculative urbanism, the theater of state power. You know what is happening, and you know you cannot stop it. This is the trap, not ignorance, awareness without power. You read about the extraction and still pay the taxes. You understand the mechanism and still take the job that funds it. You see the spectacle and still move beneath it every day. The system does not fear your awareness. It manufactures it. It creates a space for you to discuss the problem, to name it, to understand it. As long as the discussion remains a discussion. The conversation absorbs your anger. The understanding absorbs your resistance. The awareness becomes the thing you do instead of the thing you change.
You are not complicit because you are ignorant. You are complicit because you are aware and immobilized. And that immobilization is intentional. They want you to know. They want you to understand. They want you to see it clearly, as long as seeing it is all you do. There is a pattern embedded in the literal chemistry of Egyptian building. For 4,000 years, the state operated on a binary: the permanent, the eternal. Ashlar masonry, granite, limestone, radically over-engineered to survive centuries, heavily aestheticized, covered in ideological relief carvings, designed to awe. And the ephemeral, the disposable, mud brick, wood, adobe. It decayed within generations. No permanence. Your ancestors extracted grain and labor from the civilian population to fund the stone spectacles. The immediate living environment of those populations remained under-engineered, underserved, fragile. 4,000 years, same architecture, different material. Pharaonic stone, modern concrete. But the same extraction, the same spectacle funded by your survival. The means of extraction changed. The mechanism did not. Your position did not change either. The monorail is not transportation. It is the staging of permanence. It is the image of solvency. It is the public proof that the state can engineer eternity. For whom? Not for the populations beneath it. The fair price is engineered to ensure this. For the gaze. For the foreign capital markets observing the state's capacity to mobilize resources. For the sovereign wealth funds evaluating risk. For the illusion that something permanent is being built. The monorail moves executives and bureaucrats into a gated desert province, entirely insulated from the struggles below. And you funded this with your devalued currency, with your misdirected taxes, with your time spent in gridlock while the spectacle floats above your head. This is not a failure of planning. This is the plan. It has always been the plan, and you are now in the position your ancestors were in. Paying for stone that will outlast you, while your city crumbles around the monument. But wait, you have just done something. You have named the pattern. For 4,000 years, this mechanism operated in shadow. People lived inside it without seeing it. They accepted extraction as necessity. They rationalized their participation as inevitable. They were not wrong about being trapped, but they were unconscious of the trap. You are not unconscious anymore. This is not nothing. Naming the pattern creates a gap between you and the person who still cannot see it. A gap between the system as it operates on the unconscious and the system as it appears to someone who has learned to see. In that gap, you have moved one step ahead. The person who still thinks, "What choice do we have?" is asking a question they cannot answer. They are trapped inside the rationalization. You are not inside it anymore. You are outside it, looking at it. You can see the logic that binds them. That seeing is a new position. It does not make you free. The material constraints remain. You will still work. You will still move through the system. You will still pay. But you will do these things knowing what they are, and that knowledge changes what you can do next. The system was built on your unconsciousness. It required that you not see the pattern. It required that you experience extraction as individual misfortune rather than structural design. You have broken that requirement, not by escaping, but by seeing. And once you see a pattern, you can begin to move within it differently. You can begin to make smaller choices with precision. You can begin to identify the moments where the mechanism requires your compliance versus the moments where it merely expects it. These are not the same. The system counted on you never learning the difference, but you have. One step ahead means this. You now know what you are paying for. You know the mechanism that extracts from you. You know it is ancient and it is designed. And you know that the next person who tries to rationalize their participation to you, and they will try, is operating inside a logic you can now see through. One step ahead means you can refuse the lie without refusing survival. You can see the monorail and know exactly what it is, without pretending it is something else. You can live inside the system while refusing to be unconscious inside it. That refusal is small. It will not topple anything, but it is real. And it is the beginning of a different arrangement. The system will continue. It will collapse and rebuild. It will extract and rationalize. But now there is you, a person who can see the pattern, a person who will not mistake necessity for inevitability, a person who knows the difference between being trapped and pretending the trap does not exist.
And in that difference, you have found a new step. What you do from here is no longer determined.